Hey, what's up? My name is Josie, and in this PicMonkey tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a basic and clean thumbnail. I use this for my vlogs. So the first thing you want to do is crop and resize your image. Not everyone has to crop it, but I take screen caps from my videos, so I always have to crop off the little excess frame around it. Then I go and resize it, make sure it's the right dimensions. The dimensions for thumbnails on YouTube that I use is 1920 by 1080. Go ahead and apply that, and then move on to the effects tab. So sometimes I like to collapse some of these tabs so I can find my tools a little bit quicker. You're gonna go to soften, and you're gonna put it all the way up to 100%, and then fade all the way down to 0%. I like to do this mainly because I can see exactly where the effect is going, and I don't have to worry about it looking feathered. For mode, hit original, and then you want to bring up your brush hardness to like all the way. Basically what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be making everything that we want to be blurry, and we're going to make it the original, and everything we want to be in focus we're going to leave that blurry, so that way when you switch it you can see it. You could leave it as effect, but then you'd have to hit reverse effect, so that way you could do it how you're gonna see it. But I personally like doing it this way, just because then I could see exactly like what part of my subjects are going to be blurry from the effect, and I can fix that ahead of time. Now for applying the actual effect, I like to make my brush really big, and then I like to go as close as I can to the subject, and I like to get all the big spots done. So I'll go as close as I can, and then I will go ahead and click, then I'll go in with a smaller brush and clean up the smaller angles, and then I'll even zoom in and do more in detail. So like right here, I'm going to go ahead and hit the reverse effect, so I can go ahead and clean up the edges around Teddy right here, and then I'll clean up some around my shoulder, just making sure that everything that needs to be blurry is blurry, and everything that needs to be in focus is in focus. Then go ahead and apply. Then I go ahead and I use the dark edges just to make everything look a little bit more in focus, to intensify the look a little bit, I guess you could say. I don't know, I like the way it looks, and it adds like a nice little frame around the picture. I make it really thin as well. The next step that you have to do is pick out your font. You can use any font you want. I personally like using this one, and I usually make my titles or my fonts white, and then sometimes I'll do like a light pastel color depending on what the vlog's about, or like basically how like I'm feeling that day, to be honest. But I do like using white for the thumbnail because I just like the way it looks better than black text. I think that it comes out better. You do whatever you want for font wise, it doesn't really matter as long as you can see it. Then I also like to put a square or a rectangle, whatever you want to call it, around my font, just to help bring it out a little bit so you can read it from afar. The color 1 is going to be the fill of the shape, and then color 2 is going to be the outline, and of course it's going to be white to match my font. Resize and play with it a little bit, and then I like to add another shape here in the middle for a line as like a divider between like a series and like what part it is, or the series and then the like title of the video, like that. Then we're going to go back to the soften tool. We're going to go ahead and put it inside of the square here to make it blurry so you can see the text from far away and it doesn't blend in with the image. I usually do 1 or 2 layers depending on how well you can see it. Then after that, we are just going to go ahead and save our image, and you're all done. You can go ahead and upload that to YouTube when you're uploading a video, or you can change your thumbnails on pre-existing videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave a like and comment down below what other tutorials you'd like to see.